Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. Taka amaharani kamzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no gimuka no tachi hana no odo no agi harami misogi harai tamo utoki ni narimaseru Harai no o kanitachi moro moro no magagoto tsumike gare o harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sugoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni Amen no fuji komano mimi purita tete kikoshi neseto kashikomi mu maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae ushie mi aya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kam nagara damachi haemase. Kam nagara damachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Obrigado, Meishu-sama. Bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. I have been blessed. Lost for a long time, I wandered in search of truth. I am happy now, awakened to the radiant light of God. Happiness was nothing more than a dream. I can see it clearly now, right in front of my own eyes. I can only cry with joy before I even realized it. My life changed from darkness to bright once I had been awakened by God's radiant light. Human sickness, conflict, and poverty are all caused by our deviation from truth. God intended that we should live under ideal conditions, and these will be established when humanity attunes itself to the laws of nature. The resulting society will be one of beauty and virtue, and all will live in a state of ultimate happiness. This is the true picture of what we call a paradise on earth. The ultimate goal of humanity is the establishment of paradise on earth, and the realization of truth is the sole path to this goal. This is the essential mission of our work, to show the way to truth in order for each person to fulfill his or her divine purpose.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. For this evening, I have this faith experience I'd like to share with you. It's from Ana Fatima Marques de Azambuja. She's from Maputo, Mozambique. Ana Fatima is a Johrei member and she dedicates herself regularly with Ikebana Sangeso flower arranging activities. The faith experience that she wishes to share with us is related to the importance of fulfilling the basic practices of our faith. The first quarter of 2021, due to being overweight, Anna decided to go on a diet centered on food supplements. However, she had an extreme weight loss, which deeply concerned her family members. During this period, she underwent a medical examination wherein the blood glucose test showed that her blood sugar level was equal to 22.7, and she was diagnosed with diabetes. In fact, diabetes is a hereditary disease in her family. Her brothers had been diagnosed with the same disease and had already begun treatments. Knowing the effects of the disease was alarming enough, but Anna became even more frightened when the nurse warned her that because of the high blood sugar level that was manifesting, her life was in danger. In the midst of this suffering, Anna went to the center and reported her situation. There, she received a guidance to intensify in her daily life our basic practice of faith. Without hesitation, Anna made a serious effort to put into practice the guidance received. She increased the frequency of channeling and receiving Johrei, her home gardening efforts, the consumption of natural foods, her dedication to cleaning, as well as reading Meishu-sama's teachings and offering donations of gratitude. As she practiced, Anna began to accept this purification as a way to save her family roots. She also came to understand that this purification was vital for her personal improvement as a vehicle to change her eating habits. Anna started to follow a strict diet based on foods grown through our nature farming program, and she dramatically reduced the consumption of chemically man-made products. She makes dedicated effort in her home garden to grow fresh organic produce and has been distributing nature farming seedlings to her family and friends. Anna decided to put emphasis into the dedication of cleaning at home with a feeling of gratitude, paying attention to making every single corner of her house a spotless one. In family get togethers, she spoke with her brothers about the importance of natural foods and offered alternatives for products that they were typically consuming. With thanks to God and Meishu-sama, Anna managed to reduce her sugar level to 5.9. She's now in good health and her life is no longer in danger, a development that caused great surprise to her medical doctors. Anna has felt great reasons to have deep gratitude for her personal transformation and that of her family members. With this experience of faith, Anna has come to understand the importance of natural foods and the dedication to the basic practices of our faith. Her commitment is to spread awareness about growing and consuming foods from our nature farming program. She also commits to read the teachings of Meishu-sama at least 30 minutes each day and maintain the conviction that God and Meishu-sama always support us, even in the most difficult times. Ana Fatima is very thankful to God, Meishu-sama, and her ancestors for having been introduced to this wonderful path of salvation. Thank you very much for attending this evening service. I wish you a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.